Everyone, welcome back to the Possibility Journey. I'm Tech Ming and I love helping people find God and find meaning in their life so that they can live life to the fullest. Today, I want to talk about something really important. Why Jesus uses group from a mental wellness perspective. Let's start with this verse. Jesus said, "For where two or three gathered in my name, there am I with them." Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. As you can see here, Jesus believes in the importance of groups. He constantly spent time with the three, Peter, James, and John. He had a discipleship group of 12. And when he sent them out to preach, he sent them out in twos. But before we can talk about the reasons Jesus uses group, we must talk about something very important: safety. Because groups are only helpful when they are safe. Without safety, groups can hurt. But with safety, groups become powerful, spaces for healing, growth, and connection. You see, Jesus didn't bring people together. He created safe spaces where questions were allowed. The apostles felt safe to ask questions even when they were corrected by Jesus. Mistakes were met with grace so that people could grow. Jesus could have done everything alone, but he didn't. He chose the 12. He walked with them as a group, ate with them, corrected them, restored them. And he wasn't just teaching spiritual truth in isolation. He was creating spaces in small groups that heal and help people grow. And that is why he gave us a church, a larger community where we can support one another. And why he worked closely with his disciples in smaller groups where deeper transformation can take place. From a mental wellness perspective, this is very important. Modern group psychology, especially the work of Irvin Yalom, supports this and helps us see this important principle. Let us focus 7 reasons why from Yalom's principle that relate to biblical groups. Number 1, universality, realizing that you are not alone. It's the moment we realize it's not just me. Jesus' group, everyone struggled. Peter failed, Thomas doubted, James and John competed. Nobody had it together. Groups remind us that suffering is part of being human. Mental wellness grows when shame is replaced by shared humanity. Jesus gathered to get people together so that no one had to walk alone. Carry each other's burden. Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. Number 2, installation of hope. Seeing change is possible. Hope grows when we see other people change. The disciples, they watched Matthew live his whole life. They saw broken people restored. They saw forgiveness after failures. Healing became visible. In groups, we borrow hope from one another. And Jesus knew that change feels more real when it's happening right beside you. Number 3, altruism, healing through helping. We heal as and when we help others. Jesus invited the disciples to serve, feeding the crowd, caring for the people, and praying for others. They weren't just receiving, they were contributing. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Acts chapter 20, verse 35. Serving gives meaning to pain. Mental wellness improves when we realize I matter. I can help. Jesus didn't create spectators. Through groups, he created participants and contributors. Number 4, interpersonal learning, growing through relationship. Groups show us our relational patterns, both helpful and unhelpful. Peter learned humility, John learned gentleness, and Thomas learned trust. Growth happens through real relationship. We don't heal in isolation, we heal through connection. Jesus allowed relationship to struggle because emotional immaturity grows in community. As we learn to communicate, repair misunderstanding, and resolve conflict. Number 5, imitatable behavior, learning by example. We learn by watching and imitating. Jesus modeled compassion, boundaries, courage, prayer, and forgiveness. The disciples, they didn't just listen. They watched how Jesus lived. Mental wellness is often caught before it is taught. Character growths come through godly role modeling. Number 6, group cohesiveness, belonging heals. This means feeling accepted, giving accepted, being connected. Jesus redefined family. People grow when they feel safe and seen and valued. Jesus built belonging before he built contributors and leaders. There's a saying in relational trauma therapy: we were wounded in relationship and we are healed in relationships. Number 7, catharsis. Emotional expression is welcome. This means releasing of emotions, especially the painful one. The disciples cried, feared, argued, celebrate, and grieve together. And Jesus even wept. Isn't that amazing? For Jesus, all emotions are welcome. Tears are welcome. Laughter are welcome. And even doubts are welcome. Mental wellness needs emotional honesty. Jesus normalized feelings long before therapy groups existed. Let's close with this. Jesus, he came to save individuals through the cross. But he also came to show us how to live on earth through godly groups and communities. Groups, whether large like the church or small group like our family or Bible talk groups, are crucial in Jesus' eyes. We need groups to grow. From a mental wellness perspective, Jesus groups offered shared humanity, visible hope, meaningful contribution, relational growth, learning through examples, deep belonging, emotional release in a safe place. But before you get excited about helping one another groups, here is the very important reminders. Groups can only heal where there is safety. Safety to be imperfect, safety to speak and listen attentively, safety to feel, safety to grow without unhealthy criticism or judgment. Without safety, groups can feel like a task or a business meeting, not the godly family Jesus intended. Without safety, groups can re-trigger old wounds or even create new ones. But when safety is present, groups become truly transformative spaces, places where healing and growth happens together, the way Jesus intended. And modern psychology now confirms what Jesus already knew. We heal better together, grow better together, and most importantly, all this happens when we feel safe together. Thanks for joining me today. Bye, and I'll see you again in another possibility journey.